Okay, let's go through them. Question number 1, to decrease by 45%, you want to find 45% of 350. Okay, what does that equal? Then decrease means you want to subtract. You start with the 350 and you subtract off the 157.5 to get 192.5. Okay, question 2. Find the percentage increase. First of all, we want to find the increase in dollars. So I subtract these two numbers. 27. Take away the 23 is 4. Then I want to make that a percentage. So I start with the 4 and I put it over which number? 3. Which one? The 27?
Wait, no, isn't that not increasing?
Take away or over 23, and then you times by 100 to make it a percentage. So that's about 17.4%. Oh, thanks. Let's do the next one. Decrease. First of all, subtract the numbers to find the decrease. Whoops. So the decrease is 54 minus 38, which is 16. And now we find our percentage. So we put the 16 over which number? Yes. And then I times it by 100. Which is 29.6%. All right, so on to the new work. Today we are doing profits and discounts. And there's 3 types of questions. And you'll see question 1 is the same type, question 2 is the next type, and question 3 is the third type. So question 1, you'll find the selling price on the markups. So it says that pet store marks up all of its tents by 30%. If the cost price of one tent is $800, what is its selling price? We've done this stuff before. It sounds a bit wordier, but this is the same as an increasing question. I need to find 30% of the 800 and then add it on to find the new price. Okay, so 30%, 30 over 100, and I times it by the 800. So that's equal to $240 increase they're going to put on the price of this tent. So that means that the cost is going to be 800 plus the 240. So they're actually going to sell their tent, that's right, for $1,040. Let's do another one that's similar. A cake business marks up all of its cakes by 25%. If it costs $20 in ingredients and labour to make the cake, how much does a customer end up paying? So the 2 steps. Find out what 25% of the $20 is by doing 25 over 100 times by the $20 cost. Type it in. So that's only $5. So then I want to add that on. I do 20, which was the amount of cost that it made to produce the cake, and I want to add on the $5. They're going to sell the cake for 25, which is probably pretty unrealistic. They want to make a heck of a lot more profit than that. But anyway, next question. So, question 2, as I said, this will be the next type of question. The other ones were increasing questions. So now we're going to look at they have a 15% discount. That tells you it's a decrease. We have to take it off. So it's having a discount of all its equipment for Boxing Day occasion. If the TV usually costs $1,200. So the first step is the same. You find 15% of the 1,200. And we type it in. And that's $180 discount they're going to get. The second step, we start with the 1,200, which is the cost of the TV originally, and I want to subtract off the discount of 180, which means the TV now costs $1,020. So an increasing and a decreasing question. The only difference is the sign there. Increasing you add, decrease you take it. Everything else is the same. Do another one, B. Bunnings is having a 20% off all stock sale. How much would you expect to buy a mower for if its usual price is $300? So find 20%. 20% of 300. What does that equal? You guys typing this in? What do you get? Yeah. Okay, so now we want to find the cost of the mower. So it started at 300. I'm going to take off the 60. So the mower is now going to cost $240. All right, that was question type number 2. Question number 3, last type for the day, is determining profit. Now, profit would say percentage. A company produces a bicycle for $700, but it sells it to the bicycle shop for $1,300. So this is how much it costs them to make it, but they're really starting for that. Determine their profit. I'm going to put in there as a percentage. We said profit as a percentage of their. So this is like finding the percentage increase and the percentage decrease that we were doing before. How much has the price of this bike gone? Let's call it profit because that's what they called it in this question. Before we were calling it an increase, but this time it's a profit. And we subtract our numbers, 1300 minus the 700. So that's $600 profit that they're making on that bike. But I want that profit as a percentage of the original cost price of that bike. So I start with the 600, I put it over the original cost. This one. 700. It says the company produced the bike for 700. That was the original, how much it cost for the bike. So I put that over 700, and then to make it a percentage, we times by 100. So 600 out of 700, that's going to be pretty high. That's an 85.7, if I do one decimal place, percent profit. They're almost getting what it costs. Okay, part B, let's do it again. Mason decides to sell cupcakes at a school fair. It costs him 75 cents to make each cupcake. How much profit does he make on a cupcake if he sells them for $2.50? How much profit has he made? Well, also be careful. Cents and dollars.
$100.
Okay, how many is that? So this 250, how many cents is that? Oh, I've said it. $2.50 is 250. I think the sickness makes my brain go a bit fuzzy. I'm saying answers instead of questions. 250 cents. Okay. Okay. Now I want to find out what the profit is that Mason is making on each cupcake. How do I find that? Again. That's right. 250 minus 70 is okay. How am I going to make this a percentage now? He makes 180 cents per cupcake. Yay, but what's that as a percentage? Yes, times 100. And we've got a bigger number on the top of that fraction than on the bottom. What does that mean? That's right. His profit percentage is huge. He is making 2.5 times the top of the cupcake. He is making 2.5 times that it. Anyway, that's the three types. So here comes yours. Now, these all line up very nicely. So here, question 1, these are, say, all the markers. So there's all the ones when you find the percentage, then you add them. When you go down to question 2, these ones are all your discounts. So you find the percentage and take it off. Just like example 1 and example 2. It's the same in the worksheet. And then, after that, your 3 elements, these are all your percentage. I've broken it into 2 steps. One of the in dollars, and then they make a percentage. Okay. Look at the examples. That should be very easy to do the same thing for the worksheet. If you finish